Hello each and everyone, followers of ETBC-TV. I think you are okay. Even Burundians and other from other countries, I think everyone is okay. Yeah, on August 17, it was a pressure between Burundians, entrepreneurs and investors of Burundi. Also with some investors from abroad, especially in East Africa, hosted by PTO in East Africa, in collaboration with Burundi Federal Chamber of Commerce and Industry, SEFSAIB. Yeah, it was a good occasion for us as Burundians to open our eyes a bit about the business, because it was a framework of 2 days business trip to Burundi. As I were there, it was an occasion because we are going to get some investors who are going to support Burundians. Just be ready for your business. Yeah, I just opened our eyes. As well as I was there, I get some information about how to do the business, and also here are some opinion from those investors from abroad. Just listen. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Save, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, you have been in Burundi for two days or three days?
I've been in Burundi for 2 days.
Okay.
2 days. I think this is.
Yeah. Okay. What's your impression about our country, Burundi?
Burundi is a beautiful country. Beautiful country with a lot of untapped resources, human capital that is very, very talented, hardworking, dedicated, committed to what they do. And I see, a huge upward journey for the country if we do things in the right way, have the right structures in place to create a conducive environment for local business, foreign investors, and the people at large, the people of Burundi.
And tourism is a key to develop a country. And as the Sarova brand, what do you believe you can bring to a country like Burundi?
Tourism is crucial for every country. It brings in foreign exchange, it exposes you to the world, it lets other people come and see what you have to offer. Sarova Hotels is a reputable brand. We've been in existence for approximately 48 years now. We have 8 hotels in Kenya, game lodges, resorts, and business hotels, city properties. And we feel that hotels will really open up Burundi for the local economy, for people to enjoy leisure facilities, as well as, host meetings, MICE events, conventions, and get together. But at the same time, with the improved infrastructure and the hotel industry, people from the outside and international community will definitely have a place to come to and be attracted. When you have capacity, people feel comfortable because they have a place to stay, facilities to use that are on a global standards, that meet global standards. And as we progress through this journey, with Burundi as a country, I'm sure that the opportunities ahead are very, very exciting for us all.
And how is Sarva train and develop Burundi's hospitality sector to offer the same world-class services you provide in Kenya?
Given our rich experience of being in existence for over 48 years, close to 50 years, Sarova is probably one of the few brands that has its own in-house training school, facilities where we nurture talent. We take candidates from university level, from college, and we put them through the entire system. We have management training programs where we teach the staff what is expected,
Yes.
how the industry operates, and how to excel at what they do. So buying from that and taking that forward, I'm sure that if Sarova were to come to Burundi, we would be able to extend the same training, the same experience that we've benefited from all these years, the things that we've learned, and teach that to the people of Burundi so that they are also able to grow and flourish. It's very refreshing to see that the hotel we're staying in today has ex-Sarova employees, close to 4 of them, which means that people from Kenya have come to Burundi. They've traveled, they've explored, and they still remember the training that they were given back in the day whilst at Sarova.
And what can visitors to Sarova in Burundi expect when they stay at this hotel?
Sarova is a brand that offers, 5-star service, 5-star quality, 5-star amenities, facilities at 4-star pricing. So it's an affordable brand. It's a rich brand with a lot of heritage, a lot of culture, a lot of uniqueness to it. And what we aim to deliver in all the locations that we are in is that 100% customer satisfaction and truly refreshing African hospitality.
Okay. And the last question, describe the ideal travelers to the hotel.
So Sarova has a mixture of clientele. We have a lot of business tourists and travelers, as well as leisure holiday makers, both from the international market, the local Kenyan market, as well as the regional market in Africa. So I think these are a few of the major segments that we serve and that like to use Sarova as their preferred choice.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And wish you a safe trip from back home.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Sandeep.
Good morning.
Okay, you have been in Burundi like for 2 or 3 days. You have the opportunity to visit the country and to meet some people in this country. What's your impression after your stay in my country?
So, this is not my first visit to Burundi, and so I was not completely unaware of Burundi. The first time I came to Burundi, it is something that really was an exceptional experience. It is a country after my heart. It is small, it is beautiful, it's got beautiful people, good people, and so that makes it quite an attractive place to keep coming back. Apart from the natural beauty, there are opportunities in this country, and that's why we were back.
Okay. And East Africa has become quite an attractive investment destination over the years. Mm-hmm. And what has been your inspiration to add Burundi in your portfolio as an area of invest?
So we always chase trade and investment flows. Wherever there's trade, wherever there's investments, we always go there because obviously that's where the opportunities are, right? We are very private sector driven, but we also work with governments for policy issues. So we are in Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Ethiopia, the only country, and Tanzania of course, and the only country that we did not have was Burundi in our portfolio. We opened an office in the Congo as well. The only country in the portfolio that was missing was Burundi. We set up a small office here, and already there are people here. So Louis Bertrand is our manager here, who is local Burundese. So we always make sure that we empower people, we train people, we grow local talent. Okay, we will bring in some people from the outside to obviously shore up support. Now, if you look at all the trade and investment flows, there's a lot of trade and investment flow between Burundi and the Congo, Tanzania and Burundi, Kenya and Burundi, and so on and so forth. And we need to support it. How do you support it? You support it by having the right policies, so advising the government. Supported by bringing money into the private sector. So we do transactions, we raise capital, and obviously when you have raised capital, there are banks, tax authorities who want financials which they can trust. So that's why we do audit, and obviously investors want to know what are the tax issues. That's why we provide tax services. So we provide all the services, and therefore we think that Burundi is the right place. There's a lot of interest in Burundi. There's a lot of interconnection between people who have businesses in other countries and Burundi. So we think we need to follow our clients here.
Okay. And how will video impact the Burundi business landscape?
So we will be the largest brand operating in Burundi. We are a $13 billion turnover company on a global basis. We are in 160 countries, so this will be the 161st country where we are coming in. So obviously with such a large operation globally, we can bring global best practices, work with the local people, and then adapt the global practices to the local realities, and the two together will then create the magic. That's our thought process.
And the last question, what benefit will businesses receive when they partner with an esteemed organization like BDO?
So wherever BDO has gone, we have unlocked value, whether it's transformation of companies, whether it's providing them good tax advice or structures, whether we have raised capital for them, because obviously people, if you want to grow, expansion capital, etc., we provide that. We do transactions, so people who want to grow or people who want to bring investors into their business, they require transaction advisors. So we are transaction advisors, and as I say, banks require financial statements that they can trust. We are auditors as well. So we can really unlock value. Not only that, for governments who want to say, the government of Burundi wants to provide access to credit to smallholder farmers, we are the ones who can structure those programs, which we have done successfully in many countries. If you want to increase access to credit, access to markets for small and medium enterprises which are not in farming, that also we have done models for that. So we would be able to provide models for governments as well, so they can unlock value. Now this becomes a catalytic platform by which the whole economy grows. If the economy grows, our clients grow, we grow.
Okay. And I have a question about if tomorrow you become like an ambassador of Burundi, how will you describe the country?
I wish I can become an ambassador for Burundi, because firstly, it's a beautiful country. In my opinion, it is easy to sell. Especially, why is it easy to sell? You know, I have come here, I've seen how the government, the president himself, the ministers are very open to business, right? This is not necessarily the case in all the countries in Africa. They're open to business, they're open to private sector. The country has gone through its problems in the past, and so whatever we do will increase the wealth very quickly, right? So we can see impact. So if I have to tell somebody saying, hey, come to a country which has not a very large population, but access to huge population, because you're next to Congo, yes, you're next to Tanzania, you're next to Rwanda, and so on and so forth, you would, and on the lake you're close to Zambia as well. So you can therefore have access to huge markets. If we can develop talent, it's a low-cost economy. If we can develop talent at a low cost, we'll be able to unlock a lot of value. So I would say that Burundi geostrategically is placed in the right place. Yes. This political class and the private sector is ready for business, so it's easy to sell Burundi today.
Mr. Sandeep, thank you for your time, and I wish you a safe trip back home.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mongi. Okay, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Dr. James Mwangi, the Group CEO, Equity Group Holdings, the anchor company, an investment company of the Equity Group of banks and Equity Group of insurance companies.
Yes, you've been in Burundi for 3 days and have time to visit Burundi and to meet some people. What's your impression about the country?
Today is my third day in being in Burundi. And during that period, I've interacted with His Excellency, the President, his ministers, the Burundian, the people themselves. I've had the opportunity to sample Burundian food and then interact with the Burundians in their homes. And my first impression is the hospitality of the people. My feeling is that Burundi has been represented. The Burundi I came to is not the Burundi I knew before I came. So there is a gap between the blood of Burundi, the perception of Burundi, and the Burundi I came to. And going out of Burundi today, I go as an ambassador who tries to print the light image of Burundi. I've enjoyed the Burundian food. I've enjoyed the Burundian cocktails and fun with the Burundians, and it has been really great fun.
And what do you have to bring to the banking world of Burundi?
We came to explore the opportunity of entering the Burundian market to provide financial services, banking, insurance, technology, and foundation services. We're the largest bank in the region. We're a systemic bank, the number 3 bank in 5 of the 6 markets we operate in. That is DRC, Uganda, Rwanda, Kenya, South Sudan, and Tanzania. And what we bring is size. We are a $13 billion bank, so we can give a single loan to a client of up to $500 million. That will be transformational in enabling business people to grow their investment. The second thing we'll bring is mature banking. Having been in existence for 40 years, having maybe the best shareholders one would ever get into the world, Allies, which is founded by the Sovereign Wealth Fund of Norway, is the largest shareholder. The World Bank through AFC is the second largest shareholder. We bring the governance in the financial system that would improve the entire banking industry. The second thing is we bring the best practices. We are a listed bank, the largest bank in the Nairobi Stock Exchange. And because of that, we have built the best practices to meet the regulatory framework, and that is what we should be bringing to the market. And lastly, is solid bank products and services to the people of Burundi, with a real focus of helping them to take advantage of cross-border trade, and particularly with DRC, with Rwanda, with Tanzania, with Uganda and Kenya. So that cross-border capability will be unique in the sense that we are a regional bank. So unlike the banks in the country, that cross-border regional approach will be the biggest differentiator together with our size. And lastly is technology. We are a highly innovative bank, highly technology-driven bank, so we'll bring a freshness in the banking industry in terms of innovations.
And if tomorrow, Mr. Mwangi, become an ambassador of Burundi, how would you describe the country?
I think it is not if I leave Burundi as a self-appointed ambassador. And what I will do my very best is to really promote Brad Burundi. As I said, I've been surprised that the Burundi I was coming to is not the Burundi I found. And I believe that truly in the world, the media has shaped the narrative of Burundi. The narrative of Burundi needs to be told so that we bridge the gap between reality and perception. The reality is much better than perception, so that is what I will focus on. But beyond advocating for the waters of Lake Tanganyika, which amazed me, and I would also talk of the opportunity of the hospitality industry to go with Lake Tanganyika. But you can't talk about Burundi without talking about the hospitality of the Burundian people. There is no country I've ever gone and taken natural food like I've taken here. Tasted food, naturally grown, fresh, straight from the farmers, without chemicals, without fertilizers. It's natural food. That cuisine that I would call the Burundian cuisine speaks around and will keep on attracting me back to this country. So that is something I would really talk about. But lastly is to talk about the people themselves. I think Burundi's biggest strength is its people, the hospitality of the people, the honesty of the people as I interacted with him. I've never dealt with a government where openness and transparency has been at the level that I've seen. The partners I visited, conversation, honest conversation, you are told nothing but the truth. So I go with a very strong impression of integrity of the people of Burundi.
Mr. Maungi, thank you for your time. It's really appreciated. We wish you a safe trip back home.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to coming back.
Yes, we hope so.
Thank you.